The girl fed the horse an ice cream. It was gone in no time, so she took out another one. Looking at the two empty sticks in her hand, she firmly believed that tomorrow her horse would win. Before the race, the father checked Sonya's leg, but found something wrong. He advised the boss to change the horse, but the boss refused. Sonya had to go on the field. The bell rang and the horses rushed out. Sonya ran with all her strength, chasing from fourth place all the way to the front, but suddenly she fell to the ground. The girl's smile froze instantly. She rushed across the fence, running straight to the injured horse. Sonya's leg was broken. The boss immediately ordered euthanasia. In the painful neighing, the father decided to take her home. The fellows were surprised. Why save an injured horse? The grandfather explained, "This is a descendant of a champion." Everyone was filled with motivation. The girl was even more overjoyed. Every time after school, she would rush impatiently to the stable, quietly watching the horse. To see more clearly, the girl moved a bucket to stand on, but the door was not closed. She accidentally fell to the ground, startling the horse into constant neighing. The father heard the noise and hurried over. After confirming his daughter and the horse were fine, he could not help but scold her. The girl had no choice but to leave. But late at night, the worried girl still secretly climbed out of the window, jumped from the second floor into the haystack, took her favorite ice cream from the fridge, and ran to the stable. They gazed at each other through the gap, sharing the treat. After a month of careful care, Sonya could finally stand. The father quickly called the vet to check, and found Sonya had recovered well, which meant the girl was going to lose Sonya. So the girl filled her backpack with candy, quietly climbed out the window. Just as she mounted the horse, the father burst in. Sonya was startled and dashed out. The father jumped into the car to chase, but she ran faster and faster. He could not catch up, so he went ahead to block and shouted for the girl to jump. The girl leapt and landed steadily in her father's arms. At this moment, the stable hand ran up in surprise. Sonya's speed, she could be a champion. To help Sonya regain her state, the girl got up at 4 every morning, training for hours in the field, day after day, constantly improving, until the day of the race finally came. The father was still uneasy, but the girl said,
"You saved her life. She's just returning the favor."
Despite the high odds, the father still bet everything on Sonya. People laughed at him, but he never wavered. The bell rang and 14 top racehorses rushed out. At first Sonya fell behind, but the more she ran, the stronger she became. Just as she caught up to the boss's horse, the jockey almost fell. The girl held her breath. Fortunately, he steadied himself in time, but they dropped back to last place again. However, for Sonya, the real race was just beginning. She saw the open track ahead and sprinted. The girl shouted with all her might. Sonya suddenly accelerated. One rival after another was left behind. She flew toward the finish line and finally won. The whole crowd erupted. No one could have imagined a horse once injured could still become a champion. Leave your thoughts in the comments.